What it is, my fellow YouTubers, and it's me once again, the Princey, aka your Uncle G, back online, back in the studio. I am back. So guys, right now we are going to do a small reaction video, right? Because there's someone who told me that I should react to Uncle Snoop, who has been tripping lately by saying that Eminem is not a top 10 rapper. I don't know if it is a favorite top 10 or it is only his 10 most favorite, his top 10 favorite rappers, you know. I don't know what the hell the Snoop Dogg has been smoking now, because actually I love Snoop's in the IG, you know, because I keep looking at his IG all the time, because it's very entertaining to see Uncle Snoop talking. Now we don't know exactly what the hell is going on right here, but I'm going to check it out, you know. I'm going to see what the hell Uncle Snoop has been tripping about Eminem lately. So let's see, because he's actually talking to another legend, and we already know that Snoop is also a legend, a legendary dog, you know. So a legendary dog talking to Candy, a vanilla Candy. So without any further ado, let's go. Let's take a trip, and let's see what Uncle Snoop has to say about Eminem.
Eminem, the great white hope. Rappers had zero respect to the rap.
What do you say? The great rap who?
Eminem, the great white hope. White rappers had zero respect to the rap. Let's keep that one foul out. None. He has probably put Eminem in a position where he could be labeled as one of the top 10 rappers ever. I don't think so, but the game feels like he's top 10 lyricists and all that comes with it, but that's just because he's with Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre helped him find the best Eminem that he could find.
See, I feel like people like you, Snoop, keep people
And
honest.
Charlemagne the God comes into the picture right there. Okay, all right. So, why am I surprised to see? First of all, why am I surprised to see Charlemagne the God in this video? But we are going to talk a little bit later about him. But let's talk about Uncle Snoop right here. Now, I don't know what the hell Uncle Snoop is talking about. Of course, well, there's only one thing that I can agree with him. It's I would watch the whole video. Let's see the whole video first, okay?
Dre helped him find the best. I don't think so.
Let's see.
But the game feels like he's top 10 lyricists and all that comes with it, but that's just because he's with Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre helped him find the best Eminem that he could find.
See, I feel like people like you, Snoop, keep people honest. Because I respect Eminem, and I can see why people would have him in his top 10, top 5. I personally don't. You've been around a long time. Why don't you have him in your top 10?
Because there's some in the 80s that he can't with.
Like who?
Like Rakim.
Yes, sir.
Like Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, sir.
Like KRS-One. Like LL Cool J. Shall I go on?
I love it. Yeah.
Like Ice Cube. You understand me? I ain't got no time to play with it. It is what it is. It's like, Cuz did that. He did that to the fullest. That's one of my teammates. That's one of my brothers. He did that. But when you talking about this hip-hop that I can't live without,
Alright, okay. I don't know, okay, but now let's talk about rap in general, what Snoop is actually talking about, because first of all, you cannot compare the early rap from the 80s into this generation of rapping, because I don't know if all those rappers who used to rap from the 80s, if they are still rapping into today's time, you know. I know that Rakim Allah is still rapping, you know. Rakim is definitely the godfather of lyricism, so he deserves a lot of respect, and he's actually one of the people who inspired Nas, Tupac, and all of the greatest rappers of all time, you know. And even Eminem also said that he's a huge, he used to be influenced by Rakim, you know. So comparing old rappers from the 80s into now, because if you take a look of the rappers from the 80s and Eminem, they don't, Eminem is still at his prime, you know, despite his closing to his 50s, he's still at his prime, you know. And those who are rappers from the of the 80s, I only know that Rakim is still rapping, but I don't know if the others are still rapping. Ice Cube also, he's rapping sometimes, but not as much like he used to. Because if you take a look at Eminem's career, he's still at his prime, you know. He's still at his prime, and he's still rapping his ass off, and he's still one of the best also. So when Snoop was making this comparison, you know, by saying that Eminem is definitely one of those type that he cannot mess with people from the 80s and all of that, I have to say on that point I have to disagree on him. But I know that there are some few cats that that are actually on the same level as Eminem, or maybe Eminem is slightly better than them, you know. If you take, for example, Ice Cube, I mean, Ice Cube, even though he was a lyricist, but he doesn't have he didn't have the same length of career just like Eminem had. Of course, Ice Cube started to be rapping before Eminem, but I mean, you know, from being on their prime, you know, on their prime. But if you take a look at Ice Cube right now, he doesn't rap that much. I mean, he's on certain videos from there, but he doesn't rap as much as Eminem does, because Eminem, that's the only thing that he does, you know. He's only making music. That's the only thing that he's good at. Meanwhile, Ice Cube, he's a producer. He's doing a lot of things, you know, and even movies, you know. So Ice Cube doesn't have that much of time of making too much music like Eminem does, you know. So, and another thing that I need to say also is, like I said, I have to disagree on that point on Snoop when he's trying to compare the people from the 80s, comparing them to Eminem. And also, there's only one thing that I kind of have to agree with Snoop. It's actually, now I don't know if what is the reason why Snoop was saying that is because maybe he's a little bit jealous of Eminem. We don't know, because stuff that I can actually slightly agree with Snoop what he's saying about Eminem when it comes to his race. Well, I mean, he's putting it, because when it comes to Eminem, people are always putting about his race all the time, all the race stuff. You have to know also that race actually matters throughout this kind of stuff, you know. Because if Eminem was black, me personally, I have to say that if Eminem was black, then he wouldn't have the same success that he's having right now. Because can you think of a black rapper who is rapping about killing his own mother and killing his own baby mama and all of that, you know? I don't know which kind of a brother who will rap this kind of stuff, you know, and then people will say, oh yeah, that's great. And also, I have to say that Eminem's race also plays a huge role throughout his success. I'm not saying his lyrics, because when it comes to rapping, artistic and lyrics, you know, being a lyricist, Eminem is definitely, for me personally, I have to say that he's definitely a top 10. He's definitely a top 10, and he's a legend. He's a legend in the rap game. So I don't know what the hell Snoop has been smoking, but again, I can at least agree with him when it comes to the race stuff, because we know that since United States is you know, contains around 70% of white people, and when Eminem is having this kind of since he's a white person, and when people from around the world are listening to his music, you know, they can actually love to his music. I mean, so many white people can listen to it, and then they can make a huge promotion about his music. So that's why people are saying that he's perhaps maybe the greatest hip hop artist of all time, you know. So and when it comes to that point, I can slightly agree with Snoop on that point, but I don't know what the hell Snoop was smoking to say. I don't know what the hell he meant by that. maybe he means about his own opinion, you know, that my own opinion, I cannot see Eminem being a top 10 and all of that, you know. I can respect that, you know. Everybody have their own opinion, you know. You don't need to love anyone. Me, for example, personally, I keep saying that Tupac Shakur is definitely the greatest artist, I mean, the greatest hip-hop artist of all time. And he could have achieved even more if he was still alive, because his life was cut short at the age of 25, which is very early. But I definitely agree that he would have done so many things if he was still alive, you know. He would have done so many things. But unfortunately, he couldn't have done it because his life got cut down short, you know. But anyway, like I said, you know, if Snoop meant that is his own opinion, then I can respect on that. But if he means in general, then I don't know what the hell this man has been smoking, you know. Either he's jealous of the Eminem success, or maybe he just hates Eminem. But I don't think that he hates Eminem, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of interviews where Snoop Dogg is actually praising Eminem, you know. He's actually praising him. He's actually praising him, the way he's rapping, the way he does, the way he's writing his lyrics, you know. That is actually one of the kind. So I don't know actually what he means by that, but I hope that he means about his own opinion that he cannot put, why he cannot put Eminem, but I don't know other than that. But if you like my reaction, if you like the way what I said, make sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me down below, subscribe to my channel and follow me on every social media. And if you have more videos of Eminem that you want me to react to, don't hesitate, I will definitely do it, alright? So you take care of yourself and I'll see you another time. Peace.